I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Network. My goodness. So Hanukkah has started. And, of course, everybody is going to be celebrating that. That celebrates Hanukkah. And it should be a festive, happy time, right? And, unfortunately, for the New York Times, they chose a rather dastardly-looking crossword puzzle. Let's put it that way. This is something the weird-looking guy that burnt the symbol in his hand from Raiders of the Lost Ark, something he would be proud of. Truly. As they were searching for the Ark of the Covenant. Yikes. Whew. Yeesh. These kind of things are so creepy that it's beyond fathomable how this possibly could have made it out into the public. But it did. Oh, why are you playing? I can't stand her. New York Times slammed over swastika crossword on the first day of Hanukkah. Disgusting. No shit. Donald Trump Jr. slammed this too. Well, it trended and everybody slammed it. Let's be real. The New York Times is being ripped by social media users for publishing what they deemed a swastika-shaped crossword puzzle on the first night of Hanukkah. This is the Post. The fraught Sunday brain teaser titled Some Themes Missing. Yeah, like the Fuhrer. That's all that's missing, okay? Had been concocted by Washington, D.C.-based consulting manager Ryan McCarty, who has formulated 22 other puzzles for the paper. He thought, oh, wow, I got enough in here. I can finally slip in this Nazi propaganda. Quote, thrilled to have my Sunday puzzle in the Times. I'm sure you are thrilled. Oh, this grid features one of my favorite open middles that I've made as it pulls from a variety of subjects. McCarty gushed in a section of the paper titled Constructor Notes. Heil Hitler. Yeah, I'm sure. He wrote that he'd, quote, originally tried to make it work in a 15 by 15 grid, but then decided to expand the grid out to a Sunday-sized puzzle with a fun whirlpool shape. Is that what we're going to call it? Yeah. Okay, there's Donald Trump Jr. right there. However, astute viewers were quick to point out that the crossword silhouette bore an uncanny resemblance to a swastika, a symbol of hate during the Nazi regime. Quote, disgusting. Only the New York Times would get Hanukkah going with this crossword puzzle. Fumed Donald Trump Jr. on Twitter. Imagine what they would do to someone who did this and was not ideologically aligned with them. I'll give them the same benefit of the doubt they would give those people. Exactly zero. And that is true. That is true. Let's be real. If Fox News had a paper, if Newsmax had a paper, if the Daily Caller or if townhall.com or any of these more right-leaning publications were to put out a crossword puzzle and it looked like this, the New York Times and every other left-wing publication, along with Don Lemon crying on CNN, this would be making it all over the country at record speed. And they would be giving no benefit of the doubts. We know this. And the backlash would be swift and sinister. So why give them the same benefit of the doubt? I just don't, F them. They wouldn't us. I mean, let's be real. Quote, this is the New York Times crossword puzzle on the first day of Hanukkah. What the hell at New York Times? Seconded Keith Edwards, the communication director at Nikki Fried for governor. Quote, folks are making hay over at New York Times crossword layout, criticized another aghast user. If the swastika is unintentional, you'd think an editor along the way would have caught it on the first day of Hanukkah, no less. There it is. Some critics accuse the newspaper of subliminal messaging, giving its alleged track record of publishing anti-Israel content. Ha! Yeah, that's a damn good point. Today's crossword puzzle from the New York Times for Hanukkah wrote Safe County, a coalition of City University, New York scholars and students dedicated to Zionist movement, pretty much sums up the New York Times for the past years in regards to Jews and Israel. Meanwhile, Jewish media conglomerate Israel National News pointed out that the swastika crossword was published following what they deemed an anti-Semitic op-ed by the Times Saturday, the Daily Mail reported. The piece warned Benjamin Netanyahu's government, however, is a significant threat to the future of Israel, its direction, its security, and even the idea of Jewish homeland. They also posted a poll asking readers if the puzzle design was, quote, intentional Nazi imagery or unfortunate coincidence. Of 440 votes, nearly 85% said it was deliberate. The Times has yet to comment. While many of the publication's sympathizers claim the crossword shape was coincidental, some pointed out that the paper had been accused of publishing swastika-shaped puzzles before in 2014 and 17. The Times addressed the latter crossword puzzle going, yes, hi, it's not a swastika, honest to God. No one sits down to make a crossword puzzle and says, hey, you know what would look cool, question mark? I don't know if you're writing anti-Jewish propaganda like you are in your paper. Who's to say that's not exactly what it is? Again, can we not have a repeat of Raiders of the Lost Ark around this joint? My God. I mean, look, this stuff is supposed to go through an editor. It's supposed to go through a checks and balances process. And it made it through that. Oh, we're good. Nothing to see here. Der Fuhrer. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And again, if this happened to a right-leaning publication of some kind, it would be catching wildfire like it was August in East Texas and somebody threw out a cool Filter King. It would be flamed up everywhere, catching fire, running amok. You're not getting the same benefit of the doubt. You're not. You're not going to get that anymore. We're going to call you out for things just like this. Mistake or not, and it looks like, if you listen to the experts that the Post got a hold of and was talking to and did their research on, maybe it wasn't such an accident. This day and time, nothing surprises me anymore at all. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network supporters. Peace, I'm out. Till next time, Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First, 25% off USA First. Go now.